Hey, it's Del Jackson. Tonight's a Tuesday edition of LO Hoop Zoom. Tonight we have Coach Jim Shipper. Coach Shipper's got a varied background. We're going to hear from him about some of his background. I know a lot of his background, and we can see in the back he's got the Spooky Nook Raiders number 21.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure that that'll be interesting, and we really want to hit tonight on what's going on at the Nook because it's pretty exciting in the times that we're at right now. So what we'll do, Coach, is we'll start with you, and I got a picture of you coaching the Lions. So you got to help me out. Who are the Lions, and take us through some of your coaching background.
All right. Well, that sounds good. I'll start from the very beginning. Actually, Charlie Fortney, he gave me my first start in high school basketball coaching. He was the athletic director at Harrisburg Christian, and he hired me there. And after a few years, I then went to Living Word Academy, which was the Lions, and they merged with Lancaster Christian, which became Lancaster County Christian then. So the one photo you have, I believe that's me coaching in a district game against Camp Hill. I believe it was the district quarterfinals. We had a very good team that year. We came up a little bit short. From Lancaster County Christian, then I had an awesome opportunity to coach at Peckway Valley. I was there for 3 years, but I actually thought I'd be there a lot longer. I enjoyed the place. It was a great place to work. The administration there was excellent. Eric Orndorff was the superintendent. Arlen Moomal was the head principal, and they gave me everything I needed to be successful there. And I'd say I was only there 3 years, but I intended to be there longer. But I had an amazing opportunity to join the staff at Etown College. That was a lifelong dream of mine to coach at that school, actually, and to coach at the NCAA level. So I couldn't say no to that. But that was probably my hardest decision in coaching was leaving Peckway Valley because I felt over the 3 years that we were there, we made tremendous strides. Our last 2 years, I believe we were 14-6 in our section. We were able to, and I say this with the utmost respect, we were able to beat Lancaster Catholic 2 years in a row, which that was huge for our program. That was kind of our measuring stick coming in as a coaching staff. And when we spoke with the administrative team that we wanted to be able to compete with the LMHs, the Lancaster Mennonite schools, and Lancaster Catholic, and that was a goal. And so for that to happen in year 2 and 3 was pretty amazing, and I felt we had the program going in the right direction at that time. So it was a bittersweet thing to leave there after 3 years.
Okay, my man. So you talked about Etown. Let's just hit Etown while we're hitting on it. So you're working at the Nook, and then how does it work for your job, and then to be able to coach, and then what are your responsibilities at the college right now?
Right now at the college, we're kind of in the shutdown mode. I'm kind of furloughed right now through the college as we navigate this COVID-19. But I'm hoping that as June turns into July and we get to the green phase, we're going to have the opportunity to get back out on the recruiting trail and look for some more Blue Jays out there. Working at the Nook is awesome. It's just a tremendous opportunity. I have one of the best jobs in America. That's what I tell people. I honestly believe that. Um, I get to do basketball every day. Every day, Dell. Every day I get to do basketball, and I get paid. I get paid to do that. Imagine that. Imagine that. So, I'm just very fortunate, very blessed to be here at the Nook. It allows me, and it's given me the opportunity to build a lot of relationships with a lot of different coaches. When I first arrived at the Nook, our summer league program had 16 teams in it. We're well over 100 teams every year in our summer league between the junior high division and the high school division. And that's just something I'm very proud of. I don't mean that egotistically, but I just love to be in that main lobby, and I'm greeting coaches from Hazleton, Williamsport, Western PA, Maryland. It's just a great thing, and my goal was never to take away from the Hempfield Summer League because I have roots in this area. I believe in the Hempfield. I believe what Danny does over there. Danny's awesome in what he does. So I try and stagger my nights opposite the Hempfield League. I believe it's a great opportunity for programs, and I encourage it. Play in both leagues. Don't pick just one. If you have the opportunity to be in the Hempfield League, do it. If you want to come over and play in the Nook, do that as well. You can do both. We'll make it work. And you've been there. It's just amazing for the summer league.
Let me ask you this. Let's go back to E-Town for a little bit. Our viewership here on the Zooms is pretty good. We got coaches and we got players, and so what do you look at when you're out recruiting or scouting? Your head coach says, "Okay, Jimmy, go out to Hazleton tonight and find me a 6'6" center." I mean, even if it's not a 6'6" center,
Right.
what attributes are you looking at a kid? I mean, you know a lot of these kids because you know them from the Nook and you kind of have a background on them and everything like that. But you go out and see them, and what specifically are you looking for as a recruiter to maybe help some of our players who might be in that situation?
Right. Well, obviously, you're always going to look for talent. Obviously, you need talent. You need people who can play defense, who can score the ball. But a lot of it goes back to the body language. Are they coachable? How do they react to their teammates when things aren't going well? What's your body language? You get subbed out of the game, or you engaged on the bench, or you a good teammate. Uh, a lot of that plays into. I mean, you're always going to need the talent piece, uh, but I put a lot of time, a lot of consideration into how the kid interacts with his teammates and with his coaches, and after the game, when I'm speaking with him, does he look me in the eye? Does he have headphones in? You'd be amazed. Sometimes a kid will talk to you with earbuds in, and I'm like, "Are you listening to me, or are you listening to
You listen
music?"
to some music, some tunes.
Right,
Oh,
right. But and just how he interacts sometimes with his parents. After I'm done speaking with him, or if I'm speaking to his parents, is he interrupting his parents? Is he engaged? Is he listening to what I had to say? Is he asking questions? I think that's an important thing. If I ask a recruit, what questions do you have? And they say, I don't have any. Um, I'm thinking, wow, you should have 100 questions. What majors does your school have? What do practices look like? How many guys are you bringing in this year? Where do I fit in the realm of thing? How many guys are you recruiting in my position? So I think it's always valuable to ask a lot of questions. I understand the first time you meet the coach, you might be a little taken back, but I believe it's important to ask the questions of the coach.
nice. Does I don't know, when I was in your shoes, we have a lot of parallels in I'm a little older than you, but we have some parallels in life, different coaching positions, different schools, Elizabethtown College. Um, how difficult is it to get a kid to come to your school at E-Town? I mean, you're competing with a lot of different people. I know I've been there, done that, and all that stuff, but does the school sell itself, or does your program, or is it a little bit of both?
I think in Elizabethtown, it's a little bit of both. We have a tremendous school. We have lots of majors. We have a beautiful campus. Uh, our facilities are always being upgraded. Our financial aid department is great to work with. The families who need financial aid, they're able to go through that process. They get a lot of help to get their questions answered. So I believe the college really does do a great job of selling itself. If we get kids on campus, I believe we have a great opportunity to land them. I, you know, I'm very partial, obviously, but
Of
I think
course you
I,
are.
I think we have a lot to offer to Elizabethtown. Our basketball program, we're growing. We've done well over the last 2 years. We're headed in the right direction. Our recruiting has been solid the last 2 years. We're coming off a great recruiting class again. Excited to get back out on the road and bring in some more Blue Jays. But I really feel that Coach Moore has us headed in the right direction, and I'm really excited for the upcoming year.
All right, let's switch gears here, buddy. Let's go to the Nook. I mean, you guys are, well, you tell me, where are we at with the Nook? I know you work tonight. I know you
Yep.
got some summer league stuff going. I mean, how did it all come about? What are you guys doing for safety, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
Good, good. Yeah, they're great questions. Once we went into the yellow phase, the Pennsylvania State, they allowed summer camps to begin if you're in the yellow phase. So we were able to start with our summer camp program. So we were able to get that up online, get some camps running. And as we went through the camp thing, they came out with the guidelines for athletics beginning July 1st. So we put together our summer league. We reached out, we contacted the coaches, and we were able to get a lot of coaches on board right away. I believe as I sit here today, we're at 56 teams for summer league for the high school. We're going to roll out the junior high here in a couple of days. We'll roll out the schedule for that. We're going to tip off July 14th. If everything continues to go the way it has been going, we look to tip off July 14th with those teams. As far as the safety measures go, we have the CDC and the state guidelines. On the basketball side for camps, we're disinfecting the balls after every session. The balls get sprayed down. The seating gets sprayed down. We take them outside for 15 minutes during every session so they get some fresh air. While we're doing that, the area gets sanitized while they're outside. So we're doing a lot of that. There's hand washing done every hour. Within every hour, the kids get a break to go wash their hands. So we're following all the CDC guidelines, and actually we're going above and beyond that. Everyone has their temperature checked before entering the building. Right now, we're limiting the building to just the campers. We encourage the parents to drop off out front. We take the temperatures. We ask the medical questions necessary before they enter the building as far as symptoms within the last 24 hours. And the workers and all the athletes have their temperatures taken before entering the building.
Nice, nice. Okay, so I got behind the scenes question here for you on
Yes, sir.
on the Nook and on the summer league that you set up. So we're big Twitter guys. We sit here. Andy watches Twitter probably more than me, but we're kind of watching, and all of a sudden it's like Nook's open, high school. How many coaches contacted you within 24 hours when you said, "All right, we're ready to go"?
My email's been blowing up. Not only my email, my Twitter, my DM. I'm around the clock answering questions about it. And actually, after we're done tonight, I'm going to be preparing another email to go out tomorrow. Some of the schools now are starting to get their plans from their administrators, so that may tweak their start dates. Our start date, like I said, July 14th. But some schools they're getting back to me saying, "Oh, our AD or our administrators,
Right.
they're phasing in a plan where we'll be
Right.
able to go August 1st or July 29th." So
Yeah.
so we're gonna have to adjust some things as we go, but it's good to be back on the hardwoods.
Oh yeah. So now that you're very, very busy, I know because you help sponsor LA Hoops. I haven't had any of your brochures, so I don't have a link to your stuff. So let's put that on your list, okay, buddy? If you want
Oh,
it.
definitely,
I mean,
definitely. I'll get you that link.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can push some stuff out for you. I mean, it sounds like you're pretty busy though.
No, that's good. That's good. Hey, and that's what's awesome. The coaches reach out; they're interested. Like I said, we built over the last 3 years. I think our relationships within the Mid Penn, the LL, the York Adams, the Berks County, it's very strong. And now it's reaching outside the area. But I need it to be strong in the Mid Penn, the LL, the York Adams, the Berks League.
Sure.
I need to do whatever I can to keep those coaches happy and provide a service for them. And that's what I'm here for. It took a while at first. There was a little bit of trust issues, maybe. Uh, but over the years, hopefully I've delivered the product that they're looking for,
Uh,
and we've worked hand in hand, I hope.
yeah, isn't that like coaching? It takes a while to build the trust and all that stuff, I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Hey, you are one of the few guys that sends us, me and Andy. Andy's not here tonight, vacation at the beach. Send us like what you want to talk about. That's just great. We don't have to do any work. We just look here. I look at my little yellow tablet. It's like, okay, we've hit 2. We're on to number 3. So you mentioned in your emails to me something about coaching overseas. So let's talk about that a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, part of my journey, part of my story is I got to give props to Doug Kraft on this. Doug Kraft always says the ball is real, or the ball opens up a lot of opportunities for people, and the power of the ball. He speaks about the power of the ball a lot of times. And that's just so true. I can't believe what the game of basketball has done for me. One, it's provided me income for my family. I've been able to coach basketball as a livelihood. But I've also had the opportunity to coach camps in Latvia. Like, who gets the opportunity to go to Latvia, the home of Kristaps Porzingis? I've been in Riga, Latvia, doing camps. I've been to Liepāja. I got to swim in the Baltic Sea, all because of basketball.
Okay, so
Uh,
what's the connection though? That's what I want to know. It's like, okay, do we say, hey, Coach Jim Shipper, who coached at Living Word, Pequay Valley, and is an E-Town assistant, we want him to come over to Latvia and speak to us. I mean, what is the connection to get you overseas?
some of it's just reaching out through emails, different organizations. You'd be amazed at how many people would love for basketball coaches from America to come over and work with them. The Latvia one was a school trip. I was going over to chaperone. So I just took it upon myself. I said, well, if I'm going over there anyhow, I'm going to reach out to a couple organizations and see if I can do a basketball camp while we're over there. And the wheels started rolling. So I was able to go back to our administrators on the trip and say, hey, is it okay if we do a little outreach over here? They're interested in doing a basketball camp. So we were able to do that. The same thing happened in Spain. I was going over on a class trip, made a couple connections, and said, "Hey, they're open to this. Why don't we do something like this for the kids over there for a couple of schools?" So when we were over in Barcelona for a couple of schools, we did some mini camps while we were over there. So that was awesome. And then the Nigeria trip, I got to go over to Nigeria for 16 days. That was an awesome experience. That was probably my favorite overseas trip. I got to work with a 16U team for 16 days, just teaching them the game of basketball. They already had a pretty solid foundation of it, but to be on courts that were partial dirt, partial concrete, we helped refurbish a court while we were over there. It was great. And then a year later, they sent me over a picture of where they won their regional championship,
Nice.
and I had nothing to do with it, but
Well,
it was an awesome experience.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Was there language difficulties at all or not? Did it you
In
speak
Nigeria,
English or did you have a
yeah,
translator?
Nigeria, they spoke English. A lot of it was a British accent. And actually, when I went to Nigeria, I went with some LMH guys. Don Hess, who used to coach at Lancaster Mennonite, he went over with me, and some of their players at that time. We took three of their players over there. So there's no language barrier there. Obviously, in Spain, they speak a lot of English over there, so that was really no problem. Latvia was challenging. We had an interpreter, but it was still pretty challenging. But we overcame that. Basketball is a common language, so once you get on the court, they pick up with it right away. Yes,
We,
they
we
love the
put our
three
we
ball,
put
pick
our
and
arms
roll.
up. Everybody knows what that means now, right? Everybody
Yes,
knows
yeah,
this one. They know this one, and they know this one, and that's it. Maybe this one, maybe that one too. I don't know.
yeah. They over in Latvia, they know pick and roll, ball screen, and shoot the three.
All
That's
right,
what they like to do.
okay. Pop, pick and pop, not pick and
Yeah, pick
pick
and
and
pop.
roll. Pick and
Oh,
pop.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
not rolling. They're
nobody
not
rolls.
rolling.
No, no,
No.
we're picking and popping, and we're
Yes,
spreading out.
yes.
Layup or three. Oh, coach, that's just awesome. I did not know that about your background, so that's cool for us. Um, Now let me hit on number 4, dear to
All right.
me. All right, number 4 was Duke basketball. So, what's your love with Duke basketball? Let me preface it by telling everybody here listening that I've invited you personally to go to some games, but the problem with you is you're working all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I have to wait till you're 65 to take you to a game, and I'll be over the hill, and it'll be all over. Go ahead.
That would be an awesome trip, though. We would have fun. My love for Duke basketball started back when I was younger. I really loved. It was Jay Billis's year, Mark Allery. That's when I fell in love with Duke basketball. I was a big Johnny Dawkins fan uh, at that time, and then through the years, I just continued to follow him. I was there for the back-to-back years, with Bobby Hurley, Christian Laettner. Uh, I guess part of it also was I played against McCaffrey, Coach Schlosser, Coach
Yes,
McCaffrey.
yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
they
Connections,
beat,
brother. We all got
yeah,
connections, don't we?
yes,
All of us.
yes,
All of us.
yes. And I believe at that time, here's a good one that'll catch you off guard. Coach Schlosser was coaching that team up in Allentown, Central Catholic. They beat. Now I wasn't playing at that time. I was a little bit younger, but they beat Middletown in the state semis. I believe it was up at Mart's Hall, and so that was my home school. So who would have known many years later that
Yes.
I would be under his mentorship?
Yeah, no
You know,
kidding. Yeah.
it's just funny how small world it
It,
is.
I'm telling you, it is so connected, and then you're in a position where it's probably more connected than you ever thought, and it continues. Your circles probably continue to grow. I mean, that's the nice thing that we do at LO Hoops here is we,
Uh,
we get to talk to you guys, we get to talk to coaches, we get to talk to players, and all that good stuff. Hey, I got a question for you on LO Hoops.
yes, sir.
The question is, we did live streaming and you guys helped sponsor that and we appreciate that greatly, but we're grappling a little bit with the LL finals. Do you think people would be willing to pay $5 to watch a LL finals live stream pay per view?
Definitely. I think $5 is a great price. Actually, I think that's where you'd want to be, right around 5, maybe 6, but I think 5 is a nice,
Well,
easy transaction.
we can do it for 5. We have the abilities to do that, but I have to deal with the league and see what their fees are and what their structure is, and we continue to grow, and it's because people like you and people that believe in us help us get through this stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes people don't understand what it takes to do what LL Hoops does, what Spooky Nook does. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, behind the scenes and around the scenes and all that stuff. So I do appreciate that. Is that a regular jersey behind you or a my jersey?
that's a my jersey.
Ah,
Rocky Paris, my
of
jersey.
course, of course, of
Hey, doesn't
course.
everybody own one yet?
No,
Everyone
no,
has to own one.
I was told I asked my man what the price was, and I'm not gulp. I said I'm going fishing. I'm not doing a my jersey yet, but I got some things planned for him. In fact, I mean, we're talking about having Rock maybe do a Sunday night thing with Andy, like a recap. What do you think of that idea?
A weekly recap would be awesome.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
and then maybe I'd have to pay a little bit more money for the Zoom because it would go more than a half an hour. I know that
Oh.
between the two of them. But I was thinking maybe a recap and then maybe inviting a coach. So it's like if we do Pequay Valley and Lancaster Catholic and it's a big game, we invite one of the coaches on. I haven't met, at least personally, for LO Hoops, I haven't met any coaches that don't want to be with us. I mean, it's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
it's always a pretty positive thing. When did you discover LO Hoops? Let's put it that way, because that's how you and I connected.
I believe it was through Twitter, to be honest. Right when Twitter was starting to take off, I was a big Twitter guy. I used it. It's funny. You were speaking with Rocky the other week, and Rocky and I share a lot of the same interests. I don't know whether that's good or bad, but I felt that was a way. When I got to Pequay Valley, I said we got to find a way to market Pequay Valley. We need to get it out there. We have to get the kids excited. We got to get the red zone excited. So we started using Twitter and marketing our brand through Twitter. The red zone, and we were doing different things, but we were using Twitter as much as possible. And I believe I hooked up with you through that, and Andy, and actually Andy's second home is Pequay Valley. I don't know if you know that, but he loves to go to Pequay Valley.
Hey, I can count this many second homes that he has. I like 5 of them. It's like every time we go on a Zoom, it's like, oh yeah, that's my second home, or that's my second favorite team. I think he likes the gear more than anything else. You know what I mean? It's all about.
He is a gear guy,
coach. Oh, he's a gear monster. He really is. I mean, if he can't, and I'm sure tonight, if he was on, he would have a Nook something or other on as well. Hey, what besides what you do right now, what's the game plan for the fall and for for the Nook. What's going on? I mean, I thought you were the boys basketball director, but I looked research and you're the director for everything. So what, I know you're just starting in the summer and this thing's been crazy, but what's the game plan going forward for the fall?
Well, for the fall, I am the director of basketball. Going into the fall, I'm still trying to watch my steps and hold on for 1 second. Sorry.
Oh man, you went blank on me, Coach. I'll have to fill in. There you go. Oh, you got your EC on too. All right.
Yeah, automatic light.
And the Nook. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we need a red zone hat. That's all we need is one of those hats,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So going into the fall, we'll probably do our preseason basketball program that we do every year. We try and get kids ready for the upcoming season, get them ready for tryouts. I'll do a lot of private lessons on the side, on the side here at the Nook for the kids, but we have a pretty strong following for our preseason program, so we'll continue to run that. But as far as the fall league goes, I'm not really sure how that's going to play out. A lot of tournament organizations want to run some fall tournaments to make up for what they lost in the spring. So we got to see how the dates play out for something like that. But one thing I really want to do this year, I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Okay, brother.
We have to do a media day for the basketball season for the LL. We got to do it.
I have permission as long as the state of Pennsylvania allows us to do something. We're there. I've talked to some media guys. We're there. We're gonna get some sponsorship from the LL, the Lancaster Lebanon Leagues. They've kind of said, "Yep." I went through the proper channels, and we're gonna do it. I'm gonna put that. I'll PR it. I'll do what I need to do. I've never done anything like this. So it's going to be in your park, but we will definitely do that. Definitely.
Yeah, we'll do it the right way. We'll get a meeting room upstairs. We'll have trays of food. We'll get the coaches and some of their senior players in here. We'll do it the right way, and we'll make it something special.
Yeah. We're running out of time a little bit, but I really, really appreciate what you've done for basketball in our area, the connections that you make. Just helping us survive, LL Hoops survive. Yeah. And I think we help each other, and that's a good deal. And obviously you got some My Jersey stuff going. We got it, you know what I mean?
We got it.
It's just awesome. Now, one other thing I'm going to say to you tonight, as we were talking about Jay Billis. Okay. So I'm going to put a picture of Billis at a game that I was at on our post tonight. So that'll make you watch it anyway. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Hey, thanks, Coach. Good luck with everything you're doing. We appreciate you're taking the lead here at the Nook. So, good luck with that. I hope everything goes well. And we will be in touch with Media Day. And on your list, you got to send me some brochures or links so I can help you a little bit.
All right. Sounds good, buddy. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate LL Hoops.
All right, man. All right. Stay safe. Right. I'll talk to you later, Bob.
All right. Later, bro. Thank you.
Yep. You bet. Bye-bye.
All right. Yep. Bye-bye.